Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start. Today, we shall learn how to construct Coroplane maps. Now, let me present my screen. Don't forget, we have been learning Chapter 3 Graphical Representation of Data. This is the sixth session. And about the meaning of Coroplane map, yesterday we learned about it. Okay, so Coroplane maps are drawn to depict the data characteristics related to administrative units only. That means that for depicting the data collected, okay, from the administrative units. And these Coroplane maps are used to represent density of population, then literacy, growth rates, then sex ratio, so on. Now let us start. So we have activity 12 here, and construct a Coroplane map to represent the density of population in India as given in the following table. So this is the question. So we have to construct a Coroplane map to represent density of population. And here we have all the stats with union territories. Okay, here area is given, then population of each state is given. Okay, around say Andhra Pradesh, Assam, and so on. Then some important uh, all these union territories are also included. How to find out the density of population you have learned. Since we are going to represent density of population, first we need to calculate the population density. So formula you have learned earlier. So here this is the calculation table of density of population. Very easy. We have to divide. Okay. For the calculation of density, you have now known the formula. That is population divided by area. And here for Andhra Pradesh, this 8458077 divided by this 275045, you will get this 308 persons per square kilometer. So in this way, we need to calculate the density of population for every states and union territories of India. Okay, see here, I have already calculated the density here. And here, the formula given in your theory textbook is here. Density of population, population by area. And an example is also given here for the state of Andhra Pradesh. So after calculating the population density of all the states in the union territories, we have to arrange it in ascending order. Okay, we have to arrange the population density data in ascending order in this way. So here it is arranged. So Arunachal Pradesh, okay, has the lowest density of population. Next, we have Andaman and Nicobar Island, a union territory, 46 person per square kilometer. Then we have Mizoram and so on. Okay, so it is arranged in this way. And here Delhi has this 11,320 uh, persons per square kilometer. Okay, and so in this way it is calculated. And actually after this we have to uh, determine these categories, the classes. Okay, as you just see here, as you see here, see, so these classes. Okay, how to determine these classes? Actually we have a technique for that. First of all, what to do? So after arranging the data in ascending order, so we need to find out the range. Okay, so we need to find out the range. Okay, range, I think you have known the formula also. That is the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value. Let us say, okay, the maximum value is okay 91, and the smallest value, the minimum value is 47. Okay, that means 91 minus 47 is equal to 44. So this is the range. So after finding out the range, and this value 44 is to be divided. Okay, so this value 44 is to be divided by the number of these categories. Okay, so if you want a category of 5 categories, then 44 divided by 5, after this you will get 8.80. So this is the class wide. This is the class interval or the class wide of each category. Since the smallest value is started from 47, okay, so we may determine the category as follows. Okay, 47 to, so first we may take the round number 8.8. We may take the round number of 9. Okay, so then 47 to 56, then difference of 9. Then after this 56 to 65. Okay, then 65 to 74, then 74 to 83, then 83 to this 92. So in this way we may determine the number of categories in this way, but this technique may be applied only when we don't find much variation in the data set. If the range is not so big like this, then we may apply this technique. And if the range is so big, so in this case, see, in our case, see here, the range is very big. Okay, see here, in this case, the range is very big. The smallest value here is 17, and the largest value is more than 11,000. Okay, then 11,000 minus 17, the range is so big. And if the range is so big, then we cannot use this technique. Okay, we cannot classify in this way. So in this case, in such cases, we have to use these the classes. Okay, unequal class intervals. We cannot use equal class interval, just we discussed earlier as mentioned in your textbook. Okay, if the range is very big, we have to use unequal class interval. That technique can be used, say, in case of this data like literacy rate, then growth rate, sex ratio. So in such cases, we don't find much variation, okay, in the data. However, for the case of density, we find a lot of variation, so we may not use that technique. So after seeing the table, okay, after seeing the table, we have met the categories as follows. Okay, less than 100, then 101 to, this is inclusive, okay, 101 to 400, 401 to 800, then 801 to 1200, and above 1200. Okay, and accordingly we have to uh, we have to identify the states. So which are the states coming under this category? Less than 100. Okay, less than 100, which are the states? So just see the table, okay, which are the stats coming under less than this 100. Just see less than 100 up to here, up to here. Here, this up to here is less than 100. Arunachal Pradesh, Andaman Nicobar Island, Mizoram, Sikkim, up to here. Okay, then from 101 to 400, I think. From 101 to 400, which are the states just identify. Okay, it starts from Manipur, then up to many. Okay, up to many. So here, just between 400. So in this way, we have to group all the union territories and the states into 5. Okay, into 5 types or categories. And accordingly, after determining the set of pattern, we have to set it. So less than 100, we are using this set, and accordingly we are giving the setting here. Okay, see Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, okay, and some other union territories. Okay, some other union territories, Andaman Nicobar Islands. And likewise, see for the next category also, 101 to 400 persons per square kilometer. So here in your textbook, sets are used. Instead of sets, say you may use okay, tinting method also. You may select any color, for example, green or this red, and you have to paint. Okay, you have to paint all the stats with different density in this way. That is what we call a tinting. Say, for example, if you have selected blue, then here light blue, then dark blue, more dark blue, like this. Okay, the density may increase, and that is called tinting method. Okay, tinting method. Or so you may use these patterns also. See here, for the less than 100, dots are used. Dots can be used. Then for 101 to 400, we may use a broken line. Then 401 to 800, we may use solid lines. Then 801 to 1200, we may use grids and dark shades. Okay, can be used for the states having population density more than 1201. And accordingly, we may do setting. So, for example, less than 100. Okay, less than 100. For the less than 100, you may use dots. Then for the next category, 101 to 400. Okay, see here. Just see here. Instead of this, we may use broken lines. Okay, here like this. And Mizoram also. Okay, and here also we may use broken lines. And for the stats having very high density, okay, we may use that one horizontal lines, BR for example. then vertical lines in this way. Then West Bengal, okay, West Bengal, like this. So instead of this setting, we may use patterns. Okay, it is better to use patterns. So please try yourself. Okay, use this pattern and try yourself. And we have one more activity. This is on the map of Manipur. Okay, activity 13, construct a Coroplane map to represent density of population 2001 in each district of Manipur state. So here 9 districts of Manipur are given here, area is here, population is here, and as usual we have to calculate the density. Okay, just apply the formula population by area, then divide the population by area, then you will get population density here in this way. And after that you may give ranking. Okay, you may arrange it in ascending order. So here Tamelong has the least density of population, then Ukrul, then Chandel, Chochampur, and the district having the highest density is Impala West. So in this way we are arranging in ascending order. And like before, okay, this one also we may use unequal class interval. Okay, try yourself. Here this I have one map. This is representational purpose only. Okay, see here we have to modify this one. Actually this is a photograph of my geography practical notebook when I was a student. Okay, so this is just, so here the data is very old. We use 1991 data, and this notebook was signed in the year 2000. Okay, so here I think the first one is okay, less than 50. Okay, then here also this one also okay, but instead of 400 we better to use 500 according to this. Just see the table here. Okay, just see the table here. 30 here, up to here, less than 50. Okay, then 50 to 100, this one. Okay, then after that we may use unequal. Okay, up to 500. Here it is better to use 500. Okay, then after that more than 500, these three districts. And accordingly you may change the setting. You may use the same pattern here. Okay, this is 100 to 500, and it is better to change it more than 500, and accordingly you may change it. Okay, in this case here we have got only three districts. Okay, Ukhrul, then Tamelong, and the Sandel. So less than 50. Then comes Senapati, then another setting. Okay, Senapati, up to Senapati is okay. Then Chuchampur, we have to change it. This one we have to change it, this district, and others just see and change it. So practice yourself. This map of Manipur showing district boundaries already seen in the WhatsApp group yesterday, and a map of India also already seen. You may print it. You have printer, or you may draw it. Okay, if you have printed, then after giving the setting, after drawing the sets or patterns, you may paste it on your practical notebook. So any question from your side? I think this is not difficult. This is very easy, but it may take time. And if you want the map to be very attractive, then you may use scales, okay, and it may take time. First, we need to mark. So, for example, use scale and mark intervals, okay, maybe 2 millimeters or 3 millimeters. And here on the other side also you may mark it using pencil or using these needles, okay, or compass, pencil compass. Then after that, draw the lines. And if you are doing like that, then you will get equal spacing and it will be more attractive, as you see here. Okay, here I'm using that technique. It took a long time, but actually it looks good. Okay, any question? So if you don't have, then let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for joining my class.